one-man type of job, or where there's a second set of hands necessary.
Right.
Other than that, these aircrafts were built by one person only. Yeah.
Almost like an old school coach builder from back in the day, one car at a time, you know, before Henry Ford sorted it all out and went into productions with them. So
yes, and then the Bell 47, I'm sure everyone recognizes from the sitcom MASH.
Oh yeah,
That's
Well, I actually talked about that because it's funny, last night we were at the hotel. MASH had 2 episodes at the hotel last night while you were sleeping, and I watched them. And they were watching, it was the episode where they said Charlie's coming in, and Charlie was coming in with a screwed up plane, and he hand bombed out in the thing, and they were missing targets, and they were talking about getting an anti-aircraft gun, and everyone didn't want that in the camp because they were afraid it would bring more heat to the camp.
Yeah, where Frank wanted to take him out.
Yeah.
Product. So yeah, this aircraft was also, we bought this aircraft. There was nothing assembled. It came in bits and pieces. We still have bits and pieces sitting on the rack, which are either no good or that needs to be sent away for overhaul.
Right.
But then we actually have a fully functioning helicopter.
I'm looking at the welds and so on. Because in my business with bucket trucks, we're looking at critical welds. Because you're putting a man in the air, right? Well, I mean, you guys got 10 times that again, but it's still the same thing, the safety of your person in flight. So I'm looking at welds here, and I'm saying, I can see these welds, there's a couple here, but I can see these welds being what I'd be looking for in our business, right? So.
Oh, but I'm very certain this kind of aircraft, before it even gets any seal of approval, this thing gets x-rayed from tip to tip.
Yes.
This frame gets x-rayed completely to make sure that there's no voids on the valve.
Yeah.
So it does get x-rayed quite well prior to getting its final certification.
See, we do that too. We have to do a boom teardown, and then we would have to replace our cabling, and then we'd have to like tension strengths and bolts. They get thrown out, and new bolts put in, all those kind of things. So you know, 100,000% all that. You know, flight time and hours on certain things. You're not allowed to reuse it again.
Oh yeah.
There's
so much
torque stress.
There's so much stuff on these aircraft. As I said, this piece at the bottom on the rotor, that actually your slush plate, swash plate, that needs to be inspected every, I think it's every 300 hours or something. The top piece that holds the blades, that whole head collection needs to be inspected every 100 hours. So every 100 hours, you take it all off, send it away, they inspect it.
Oh, it's going to be sent away.
Yeah, you need to, because it needs to, they NDT it, non-destructive tested.
Yeah.
So they eddy current inspected and all that to make sure there's no cracks.
It's funny you said non-destructive testing. That's one of the things we try to promote kids coming out of school. Listen, if you don't know what you want to do in life, that has such a broad range of things that you could do within non-destructive testing that, you know, it's something that no one really looks at as a career. And I heard about it when it came to building or busting and breaking building materials for building homes, like I-beam trusses and so on, things like that. And then I thought about it for booms and so on, like in my industry, and I never even thought about it for your industry.
Oh,
you know, and everything has to be done. So
in aviation, I think NDT is probably, non-destructive testing is probably one of the most crucial parts of building and maintaining aircrafts, because any document you get from the manufacturer, a certain section would have, after so many hours, it has to have ABC done, checks on it. So NDT is, because you don't want to take the whole thing apart.
No.
So you need to have ways to inspect it without stripping it to bits.
Right.
I thought this helicopter looked cool. It would be awesome to be flown around in it. You'd have such a bird's eye view.
Yes, I was very fortunate. After we just assembled it, we were doing balancing the rotor blades, because they still need a little bit of tweaking, because the day we did it, every flight they took off, the wind started increasing. So we just ended up, okay guys, we can't continue because now we're, instead of moving forward, we're moving backwards. So they stopped with the setting of the blades. And I was fortunate enough on that day, I got a proper flight. Not, we did some banking turns with it. I was like, I'm impressed to see how much this helicopter flies like that red aircraft.
Right.
Sorry,
The
did you say
aerobatic.
that again?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I open the door?
No, please go
Does
ahead.
it latch normally or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. But it's still so flimsy.
Yeah.
Like when you think of it, you know, I was looking at like how this, like even to make this is acrylic, is it not?
Yes.
To make this here bubble, it probably sits out. I mean, it's heated. It's probably got a form. A sheet would have to lay over it. It get,
Yeah.
you know.
That
and,
actually gets vacuum formed.
Oh, is it? And that's
Yeah.
actually that's what I was going to suggest. It probably does.
Yes. It basically gets vacuum formed because they'll heat the sheet up upside down, or basically build the bubble upside down.
So until today, I always thought this was glass. I was thinking, can you imagine trying to put this into a glass shape? And now I touched it and I said, oh, it's acrylic. Oh,
Yes.
gee.
I can
You know?
honestly tell you, those little side mirrors,
Yes.
side windows on the P51 Mustang, they were glass. They were glass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, now it's harder to find glass, but it's cheaper to get acrylic because acrylic does the exact same
That's the
job.
same.
Because acrylic is what gets used on these big Boeings.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yes.
So,
And scary enough though, those windows aren't screwed in. There's only 4 to 6 little clamps on the inside of the window where you don't see it. That's actually just holds the window in position.
in the spot.
But it's pressure that keeps
Oh,
those
keeps it
windows
pushed in.
Yes, that keeps the
Oh.
windows in position.
Oh,
that
I wouldn't-
holds them from moving.
Don't lose your pressure. I would never guess that. This area is actually fantastic to see. Does this bring you back nightmares to when your older brother was watching MASH back in the day?
Yeah.
She used to say, I hate that show as a child. But anyway, I don't know. I was hoping we were going to get to this too. I just didn't want to impose. So
Oh no.
like this is back to, like, I mean, I could spend the day here, and we haven't even talked about the GTO. So, yeah, I never even looked at your tools yet either. Like, I mean, Blair's a craftsman and so on, and I'm just a novelist. But I do like I bought, my good friend of mine had a fabrication shop,
Yeah.
and he was having health issues, Brian, and I ended up buying his tools, and I want to set them up in a nice shop someday, like shears and brakes and lathes and all those things, and hammers, and I'm seeing them
English wheel.
English wheel of all English wheels over there.
Yes, because that's what drew Blair's attention as well. When he walked in, that's probably the first piece of equipment. He's like, we need to go look at that.
Yeah, I'm like,
And as I've said to Blair as well,
look at that.
I so wish I had the skill set or that had the time to learn how to work this machine, because this machine is not necessarily where you just pick up a piece of metal. You probably could tweak with it, but you'll never find that sweet spot where you're noticing, oh, but this is what I'm doing wrong. You need someone that's been doing English wheel, because English wheel has become a trade on its own.
On its own.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's how, I mean, a lot of these panels
Yes.
all get rolled out of this. You know, you can imagine the more intricate part, the more of this you have to work. So
Yes.
yeah, this is, my sons at home will just say, oh, look at that, look at that.
Yeah,
So is
because
that's a manual, like, this is something you, like, this is an old piece of
yes.
equipment, like,
Yes.
probably from back in that era.
Most very like it.
Probably,
But see, the newer ones have been made more lightweight, so
Yeah.
it's actually more. These would be all machine cut
Yes.
and then welded together.
Right.
But it would still have the same basic
Right.
setup. It's just this thing has been made. I don't even know why it's got bolts to
Yeah.
bolt it down, because there's no way you're moving this machine.
I love it, actually. I freaking think it's awesome. And you think of the guys even building this back in the day, casting this all out, you know, pouring in a mold and then coming out it's red hot, and that's freaking crazy. Wow. Anyway, I was offered a job within local utility of doing thermal vision on the power lines. So anyway, one of the jobs was, well, you drive around in a van and you go around in neighborhoods and you look for hot spots. Yeah. The other part, the flip side of that, was going in a helicopter and flying the lines. Well, I said, oh, freaking helicopter every day? That's gonna be that sounds like a dream job, right? So anyway, we go up in the helicopter and everything's fine, and we're saying, well, you know, you're kind of feeling that whole thing in your chest. But I said, oh, it feels pretty good, you know. Yeah, this can be good. And the pilot, he takes us up a hill, and he drops off the bottom hill, and he's just keeping things level. And I said, well, you know, still not too bad. That ain't too bad. And then we came up, and we showed up, and we're flying along. We seen a grow-op, a drug grow-op, like a marijuana grow-op. And he says, and we flew over it, and there was guys in it, and he says, oh, we should probably do another flip. So right now, like that, he flipped around and went back the other way. Well, I was fine until he did that flip. And I was like, oh no, this ain't. So anyway, I got that all calmed down, and then he did a couple more hard turns, and I'm like, oh, ain't gonna be. And then we got going on. I said, well, I don't know what this is gonna do. I hadn't even started thinking about what I had to do. So once we got going, and I could just get a feel for the plane, I'm now supposed to stick my head in a box while he's flying and look for it. Well, I did that. I lasted about 2 minutes. Everything's going bad, and I said, "What?" And I'm about to get sick and the whole 9 yards. And they gave us muffins that morning. I kept my bag for the muffin came in, and I'm saying, "Listen, how far away from Maple Grove, New Brunswick?" He said, "Well, about 15 minutes as a crow flies." Meantime, I'm thinking, he better get me there because I'm going to explode out both ends. So anyway, out of blue, I told him, I said, "Can you take me to my house and drop me off?" I said, "Great big field there." So anyway, they hammer down, get to me to my, it's an old farm out in the middle of nowhere. We touch down in the hayfield, and then I'm beating her for the house, and they didn't know what to think. My family was there, and you were there that day, Tara? Yeah, so on the other end, they didn't know what was going on, but meantime, I didn't get the job. The dream job, I thought it'd be a dream. Well, it was a nightmare that one day after a while, but the ideas of it, like, you know, you could imagine. So.
Yeah, because Tara and them also used to do spray planes, and the first couple of times I got into this little aircraft, Terry's like, "Oh, we're going to do some crop spraying." So he's just simulating what they went through with crop spraying. Oh boy, I could honestly tell you, I'm okay with the flight after a while, but if you keep doing this for a while, you just tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah.
We're done now. On the inside, you turn all the vents so you get fresh air blowing in your face. Because you can feel, I'm feeling a slight bit green at this moment. Yeah. Yes.
Green, yeah. So I've got a 70 GTO at home, non-judged, but I just wanted to come and take a good look at it. So I think this is original quarter panel car too. I have to pop this on. Yeah, so red 4-speed Ram Air. That's a Ram Air 3 car. Pretty good car in its day. This one here's been sitting a while, I can tell, but that's okay. It looks like most of his cars, they're just in the stages of someone needing to clean them all.
Oh, so, but unfortunately our hangar is one of these spots. We can dust it today, you come in 3 days later and you go, was there even dusting done?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
But it's because we're so close to
dirt everywhere too.
Fields and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, we need to open the doors up to do engine runs on aircraft, which just helps so much.
Right.
Yeah.
So this here, Tara, this is a, like I said, it's 1970 red on red 404 speed ram air 366 horsepower. I don't know if it's got the upgraded, probably got the 10 bolt Pontiac under it. Yep, it's got its Pontiac rear end still under it. So yeah, so it's a rare car as a judge, and I believe it is a judge. So one thing I always didn't, I wish they always did. I mean, this is a manual mirror. I always wish they matched it and put one on the passenger side. But anyhow.
Okay, but many moons ago, the rear view mirror wasn't a thing either.
Yeah.
It was it eventually came into what I saw a clip the other day. They referred to it as the cop spotter, because originally you did because that's why the rear view mirror wasn't invented, is to spot police officers, because the only way they could match or catch you for speeding is he'd have to match your speed, not like we used to, like they do today.
I never thought of
so
it that way.
So he had to match your speed. So that's why the rear view mirror was invented, is to go, oh, I see the cop, wait, take your foot off the gas.
Yes, sir. Of course, it's got a hood mounted tach. Oh, and it's a true Ram Air car. It's got the flaps, and this is open, so I imagine it's got the flappers in there.
So if you wanted to, I can push the car back a bit, because we just actually moved it so we can move aircraft.
Things around?
Yeah, we had to move the.
Yeah, we could sneak it back a little. Yeah, I could survive. Give her a pull off now. Okay, there we are. Got it now. Yeah, so the Ram Air Pan for 70, so 68 to 70 had this style Ram Air Pan, and it's got little flappers in there, and it comes down to this gasket and jams air down in through to the air cleaner. So I've got all this stuff. Someday I might put it on one of my cars, but and here's something that's interesting too. You get a lot of people do knockoff stuff. No one knows how to cut this hole out for the tack.
Okay.
Well, factories are always cut out in a round. There's a hole saw that cut it out.
Yes.
And it's funny, you can see them at different auctions and different cars, and people try to mount them on cars that never had them, and they cut them square or whatever. They just don't do it right. So yes, sir. This is a non-AC car, 4-speed. Yes, sir. Take a look at the radiator on that side. I think he's asking 125 for this one. Yep, so it's got the true 4-speed radiator, don't have any plugs in it. Sometimes you can't find a 4-speed radiator very well, and so people just buy the automatic one and plug off the automatic. So it all Ram Air manifolds. Yes, sir. No, nice car. 4-speed with the console. I always like the console to set your arm on. So yeah. My car is red with black interior.
Okay, yes.
Non-judge car, but the judge makes it that much worse, that much more, of course. But you've been around some of this stuff now.
Yes, definitely, sir.
Yeah.
So is Terry just a fan of GTOs? Is that why there's so many GTOs compared to other vehicles, maybe?
100% yes. He actually wanted to make sure he's got one of each color. So he kept sourcing to find where they have the original paints and basically restore them.
Right.
Just fix it all up. And so he wanted to make sure that he keeps the original colors on those vehicles where they came out of the factory with the VIN numbers.
Yes.
And he wanted to have one of each color. That's actually what it was. He wanted to start a collection of each color. And then also aircrafts in between.
Yeah.
For this year to be a 4-speed car with power windows,
Yes.
You just don't see that. That's a rarity too.
Oh, don't worry. The other day I had to try and move this car. I'm like, where's the window crank? I don't see the window crank. Because I'm so used to the older vehicles having window cranks.
Window crank.
And then the teenagers of today would know exactly what to look for because they don't know the window crank. They only know buttons.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great car. No. Well, you never know what home it might find. I wanted to make sure I took. Listen the way the door shut on that, eh? It's just the way they're supposed to. He has a black one of these over here somewhere as well?
Yes, we do. We just have to take a little drive to
Another
it.
drive?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Well, thanks for showing me this stuff too, yeah.
You're welcome.
I had my hands on these. I love all of this. All I can say is that I was totally shocked with what I seen in that shop. I did not expect to see that. I'm like a kid in a candy store again. Anyway, I just had to say something like that. And the knowledge this man has is awesome. And anyway, I'm just glad that I was able to see this part of the world, things being built and being built with the hands and a crafted man. So anyhow, stay tuned, folks.
We are cleaning up, so please just excuse the mess.
Oh yeah, no.
We're doing a deep cleaning.
Right? Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, this is the one we ended up with some fine scratches on the bottom edge of this. So
Right.
he had to sort of fix the whole section.
Right.
So that's why she's actually here. They drove it out and drove it here. So he's just doing the final polishing,
Right.
cleanup of it.
That's a Ram car too.
And then this is the other one that Trent was, no, I'm lying, this is not, the other one's up there.
Okay.
Yeah, see, this is the one with the black.
Yeah, black top, black interior.
Yes.
4-speed? Probably. Oh, it's a bench seat car too. Huh. So there's one of these went through Mecum not this past year. You probably paid attention to what it went for. Because it was an expensive car. Yeah.
Hello, Kevin.
That's okay.
Just looking at the GTOs.
We don't have to open
Yes.
it up.
Yes. Yeah, so I just quickly zipped through your front door because the back
So yeah,
door
she's a
is
69, black, 69 convertible, black interior, 4-speed bench seat car, Ram Air.
Yeah.
No, it's a Ram Air car.
The front door, the shop's front, the shop's.
So they're still putting it together and.
Yes. So I didn't have.
Nice car.
Yeah. So I'm just letting you
Not
know.
too many of these around. Not too many at all.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't know. I forgot you.
But
Yes, I forgot that.
and see the red line tire and a black car is gonna look so sharp.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, my apologies, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, surprise after surprise after surprise. Did not expect to get the Grand Tour today. Didn't expect to get the Grand Tour of all these great cars,
Yes.
great planes. Oh, and there's more. Cab to a C10. GTO. Oh no, Chevy Power.
Yes.
Yeah. A 63 or 4 or something.
I think it's a 64. I think they said it's a 64.
Oh. Oh. this is the car that is such a crazy rare color. That's its original color. So I called this guy about this car. It's a 70. This is its factory color. Non-ram air car. It's got a ram air hood though, but anyway, what a rare color combo. See what I was talking about, the bullet mirrors? I don't know in 70 if that's an option to go from chrome to bullet or bullet to chrome, but this is the start of the bullet mirrors. So it's neat to see them on this car because I didn't realize if it was an option or what it was. So anyhow. This is four speed as well. So I called them about this car a long time ago. Probably. Well, it was when we sold our business. I was looking for a 70 GTO. So anyway. But I didn't know this color. I've never seen that color. What I want to do with the car, for the 70, I think it'd almost be a sin to do it for this car because it's such a rare color. So I'd like to thank you again for showing us around and telling us about the planes. I mean, oh man, that's the grand tour.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And to meet a craftsman like this man, you know, true craftsman, and these hands, you know, do some crazy things. So I'm tickled to shake them. So
thank you.
Thanks again, and thanks for showing us around.
Oh, you're very welcome. Okay. You guys have a safe trip.
Okay, yeah. Thanks.